everyone! Welcome to our second video from China. In our last video, you saw us take 2 flights to reach Guangzhou, get settled into our hotel, and we checked out the area nearby. In today's video, you'll see us explore not 1, but 2 places. Honestly, that's too much work for lazy travelers like us. We were so excited for the day and actually woke up early. So we got ready and headed out to catch the morning street vibes. Let's go! That bun was super soft and the filling inside was really tasty. So we went back to get some more. After warming up a bit in the lobby and demolishing those buns, we had our energy back. So we decided to head out a little further to check out how the pedestrian street looked in the early morning. So a pedestrian street here in China is basically a wide stretch of road where no cars are allowed. It's just for people to walk, shop, eat and hang out. But we wanted to see how the street looked during the quiet morning hours. This famous pedestrian street was just a 5-minute walk from our hotel. So let's go! Dreaming about Luckin coffee even before coming to China. So I aimed to drink as much Luckin as I could on this trip. And this is cup number 1.
Here so that your hands are not hot. You put it from there.
I wonder how it'll taste. I'm so excited. I've heard such good reviews about this, so... Yeah. I got the coconut latte and oh my god, it was so good. That's so nice.
Is it?
Yeah. I was so eager to try out their other drinks. It was the perfect hot drink for the chilly morning. We just sat there enjoying the coffee and soaking in the street vibes while the locals were going about their morning routine. Such a simple moment, but honestly, one of the best. It's like a rich guy and these 2 people are just working for him. It says something here in Chinese, but can't read it. Then it was time to hunt down some real food. So we headed off to find a restaurant nearby. Most places were either full or still setting up, so we headed back to the hotel, remembering there were a few restaurants around. Back in the street where our hotel was. And while strolling around, a friendly lady at a restaurant invited us in. The menu had some of the dishes that we wanted to try. A small, modest restaurant just across our hotel. We ordered noodles, the dry kind, which I love. Let's see how it is. Wow, that was so satisfying. These tasty foods are going to make me never try Chinese food back in Australia.
You can hold the ball in.
Since that dish was so delicious, we decided to order another one, soupy wonton noodles. I'm not a big fan of soupy noodles, but this dish was very tasty. The wontons were super flavorful. After that super satisfying meal, we planned to spend some time at a nearby park that's pretty popular. It was freezing cold and also started to drizzle, but that didn't stop us. Yes, it was freezing cold and we were clearly underdressed. But the moment we saw the beautiful nature, we forgot about everything else and just started exploring. Was one of the best parks I've ever visited. That bridge near the entrance was so beautiful. And I'm guessing that's a man-made lake? Even the walkways over here felt like straight out of a movie scene. So aesthetic. Better with every turn. So much beauty in one place. I'm loving it. By the way, every time I see someone wearing warm clothes, I feel like snatching that off. It's that cold. As we kept walking, we came across a spot where a bunch of cameramen were all set up, waiting to catch some wildlife action. On our way out, we came across an interesting section. I have have no idea what this building is, but it definitely gives off eerie vibes. Kinda looks like it's seen better days. Now I'm low-key curious as to what happened here. Anyways, that was it from this beautiful park. By then, we were getting pretty hungry, so we crossed the road and headed to a nearby shopping centre. This was the first mall we visited in China, so I was excited to see how it was. Also, we were on the lookout for somewhere to eat. We checked the fruit section on the ground floor. We thought there would be a floor with a bigger food court area, like how it is in Thailand shopping malls. So we headed up. We couldn't find a food area on the other floors. There were just massages and spa places, movie screens and coffee shops. The noodles and the broth were delicious, and the serves were pretty big. And special mention to the fried potato, which was the best.
I wonder how spicy this is going to be.
That was a perfect morning. In other trips, we would normally say we've done enough and head back to the hotel to relax, but we had the energy to explore another nearby attraction. So off we went by Didi. When we saw the long queues at the gate, we almost thought of skipping it. But we quickly realized that if you are going to visit popular places in China, this is how it's going to be. This is one of the most famous places to visit in Guangzhou. No wonder it's so busy. I had to dodge the crowds while walking through the narrow hallways. I tried my best to capture some footage with my phone, but it was too hard to dodge through people. Luckily, my dad captured some nice footage. Such a grand place and gives that ancient Chinese vibe. Once we were out in the courtyard, it felt nice and spacious. We could see why all the kids were hanging out there. You relax here, and when you're ready to dodge people, you get back in. Simple. Though there was not much written in English, I enjoyed seeing all the artifacts and pictures in display. This complex has been around for over a century and it's still in great shape. One final section to check out. We managed to see all the sections, and overall, I loved this place. You should definitely come here when you're in Guangzhou. After that hectic people dodging exercise, we need to take some rest back at the hotel. When we got out of the temple, we were really tired and just wanted to get a taxi. But it took a long time for one to show up on Didi and even longer for it to arrive.
Yeah, they do what I'm seeing people buying for.
This is because you know you're going to eat food like every 2 hours.
Sure. That's why I'm carrying it with me.
So if that place across to our hotel sells hot drinks, then I'm going to drink a hot drink. At the hotel, we took some much-needed rest after all that walking. My mum, however, was busy with laundry duties. The hotel had a clean and well-maintained laundry area with both washers and dryers. Earlier in the day, we went through a street lined with restaurants selling local delicacies. It looked too tempting to ignore, so we decided to give it a try. This busy street was just a 10-minute walk from our hotel. We ordered 3 different dishes: goose, pork and duck. They all came with a serving of rice and a drink. The meals were freshly prepared and served in convenient takeaway packs. Good to take back home in case you can't finish it. The food was absolutely delicious. The crispy pork was a standout, perfectly cooked with a crackly golden skin and tender meat. It was so tasty, we ended up ordering extra meat. My mum and dad tried the roasted goose, and they loved it. On our way back, we came across this bakery that seemed very popular. It was always buzzing with people. Curious, we decided to step in and pick up a few treats to take back to the hotel. I was really full after that meal, but I still wanted bubble tea. So on the way back, we stopped by the food court near our hotel. totally my kind of a trip. Great food and so many options for drinks, especially my favorite boba tea. Everything within 10 minutes walk from the hotel. We wiped out the snacks in no time. I'm not interested in sweets, so I went for the savory bites. But that walnut cookie totally surprised me. So light and flavoursome. We also watched a random Chinese movie, which made no sense, but it was funny. We've been to the nearby Pedestrian Street several times, but I really wanted to see it at its busiest. So off we went. It was so cold, but the streets were buzzing with people. This is what I love in Asia. Along the street, we came across a store with a massive sale going on. The prices were too good to believe. So we went in and grabbed a thick winter hoodie each to help us survive the freezing weather. We also went in to check the nearby shopping mall, but we were out of it in no time. Back at the bubble tea place, there's no way I was going to miss it. We were after a particular flavour, but it was already sold out. Luckily, another tea shop right next to it caught our attention. These are the kind of nights I absolutely love in Asia. Families out and about, kids running around, even though it's well past 10 o'clock. And the best part? It all feels so safe and relaxed, with nothing to worry about. That bubble tea was seriously awesome. The boba pearls were the highlight, so soft and just the right amount of sweetness. It was amazing to see how the busy junction from earlier had turned into a lively food street at night. Vendors were setting up their stalls, and it looked like they'd be open really late. One thing was clear, you could find food there anytime. We went back to the food court to get some skewers. We grabbed some lamb and chicken skewers, which was our late night snack. One final bubble tea to end the night. This brand would instantly become one of my go-to favourites for drinks. And that's how our day came to an end. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more videos from our trip to China. Until next time, take care!